Speaker, indeed this very emotional discussion we're having this afternoon. Let me begin, as I must, like my colleagues have done, to salute all our forces, those who continually serve every morning, every evening, every night, to make sure that our country remains safe, and to offer my heartfelt condolences for those who have lost loved ones in the armed forces. One of the issues is that the armed forces itself, the Kenya Defence Forces, is usually very cagey with information on casualties, so that we do not even know how to celebrate these heroes. I was surprised, some of my colleagues have been throwing out about numbers of the casualties from the plane crash that was reported today by KDF. But looking at that statement, it did not allude to any numbers. So I don't know what information they have, but that is part of the problem, Madam Speaker. I had sought to bring this matter before the Senate on the 26th of June 2023. At that particular moment in time, Madam Speaker, in the months of May and June alone, we had had about 20 casualties. We had lost 20 people in attacks in Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, and Lamu. There were about 4 of them. And the fear that we have is that these attacks, while some of them might sound to be happening very far off from where we live, it is only a matter of time before some of these things are seen in our urban areas. Of course, indeed, in Nairobi here, we have suffered the brunt of these terror activities. Everybody remembers Westgate and Dusit. And really, we have to come out strongly and say that we shall not cower as Kenyans, but we must continue to insist that our government does what is right. The questions we're asking ourselves is, what are the strategic intelligence or operational failures that have led to this increase in terror attacks? Because we had experienced some degree of lull towards the last days of the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta. We want to know if our armed forces are properly equipped with enough armor, and even what the state of morale is. When was the last time, for instance, we saw the commander-in-chief visiting with our troops to just give them morale? We don't want to hear how many times Kindiki has been there. And I wish, for me, Madam Speaker, we had the same clarity and the same specifications or specificity that we used to get from the Ministry of Interior about how they are going to deal with demonstrators. We used to be told, including minute details, including what time the police would deploy, what heavy equipment will be used against the protesters. We want to see the same clarity from this government.
Senator Mutembei.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. At least you've been